Healing your inner child from trauma. Our inner child manifests through our beliefs and actions and can have a negative influence on our thoughts, feelings, interpersonal behavior, and choices as adults. To heal trauma, we must develop a relationship with our wounded self. Trauma that happens in childhood lives in the body. Unhealed emotions and trauma reactions that were unsafe for our younger self to feel or express are stored in our memory and in our tissue. It is our inner child that remembers and that is haunted by old hurts and fears. It clings to beliefs that have helped us survive in a dysfunctional family. Parts of ourselves can get stuck in an earlier age and inhibit the expression of our true, authentic self. Befriending and communicating with our child self is one avenue of healing trauma. It also develops self-love and frees us to be our true self. To protect ourselves from pain and to function in the present, we may be unaware of our inner child's feelings, both from the past and in the present. We might not realize we feel hurt, afraid, angry, or that we have a feeling of being unlovable. But denial and hiding our pain doesn't help us in the long run. Running from our suffering prolongs it. Pain eventually shows up as anxiety, self-sabotage, irritability, illness, or physical or even chronic pain. Other clues that your inner child is present are when you feel immature, insecure, alienated, inferior, or younger than your peers and colleagues. It can also be disguised as withdrawal, enabling, depression, addiction, rage, compulsive people-pleasing or passive-aggressive behavior, or fear of confrontation or abandonment. In fact, nearly all symptoms of codependency stem from childhood trauma and toxic shame. The goal of healing trauma and our inner child is to validate our inner child's feelings and needs and give it love, support, and protection that we didn't receive in the past. Make time to connect with your inner child daily, and especially when you feel anxious, lonely, afraid, disappointed, or depressed, or have a strong reaction to an interpersonal situation. This is often a sign that a childhood wound has been triggered. The first step is acknowledging your feelings. You don't have to identify your inner child, but it can help to think of the part of you that feels insecure as younger and in need of your love and protection. Look at pictures of yourself from childhood to help you visualize your inner child. Conjure up memories of your childhood school, your home, your room. Use all your senses to recall smells, sounds, sights, and feelings. And listen for voices of the adults in your world. Did you feel safe? What or who gave you comfort? Whenever you contact your inner child, never scold or say, should. Instead, ask permission. Your inner child may be afraid and not trust you. So ask if you may talk to him or her and whether you may sit beside or hug your inner child. Find out what your inner child feels about past events, your home life, family members, and people in your adult life. Validate your inner child's feelings and support its experiences. Do not judge them or rationalize. Just identify with them and don't make light of their feelings and emotions and needs. Use words such as, I understand, I hear you, I love you, it's okay, you're not alone, I'll never leave you, I support you and will protect you, you're innocent, I care about you, you're fun and lovable. Ask what your child needs from you, specifically. If your child needs love, find out what actions would feel loving. If your child wants to play, find out what would be fun. Comfort your child with loving words, empathy, and with soothing touch or an embrace. Protect your child. Visualize protecting your child in the past. Feel what makes your child feel safe in the present moment. Thank your inner child for its vulnerability, courage, and strength. After all, despite the losses and trauma, you did survive, and with whatever coping skills you had at that age. If you're triggered by a present event, allow your feelings to connect you to an earlier time when you felt similarly. Watch the scenes unfold. Talk to and comfort your inner child as stated above. Protect your inner child by imagining the adult you standing up to abuse and setting firm boundaries. Later, write what you felt, impressions, beliefs, decisions that you have formed as a result of the past as you visualize this scene. Dialogue on paper or in your imagination with your inner child and gather the information described in the step above. In writing, using your dominant hand to journal as the adult and your non-dominant hand to voice your inner child. Your non-dominant hand channels your right emotional and intuitive brain. Take time to be patient, empathetic, and loving with your responses. Never judge. Do this daily by building a strong relationship with your neglected inner child. Doing so integrates two sides of yourself and builds self-love and self-nurturing skills. Do the above exercises in front of a mirror and speak as a loving parent directly to your own reflection. Say child long to hear and then what they want to hear today. You can use different types of phrases or self-love meditations or affirmations. Journal as your inner child at different ages about different events and family dynamics. And how did the toddler you feel? How did the school age you feel? And adolescent levels and so forth. Write letters from your inner child to family and friends who have caused you pain. Allow full expression of your raw feelings. These letters should be uninhibited, unedited, and unsent. They're just for you. And connect with your playful inner child. Recall activities and hobbies from childhood and make time for fun. If you don't recall any, find out through dialoguing and creating play dates. Try something new, allowing yourself to be frivolous, making mistakes and acting silly. Use creativity to channel and delight your inner child. Find the right medium for you, such as cooking, art, crafts, music, dance, poetry, or singing. Tell your inner critic to take a hike and allow yourself the freedom to express your imagination. For example, you needn't be a skilled artist to paint your emotions, to color in a coloring book, or to paint seashells, or to make a collage of things found around your house. Your inner child speaks through movement, vibrations, and imagery. When you dance or move, forget about doing steps, but focus on the music and your emotions. Healing trauma and our inner child is an ongoing practice that takes time. It necessitates creating a safe and a quiet place for you to engage in the process. Change begins within. Making that commitment validates your self-worth. Self-parenting helps you regulate your emotions and strengthen and improve your relationships. If you feel invalidated, devalued, unseen, or abandoned by others, you're being called to validate and honor yourself. Only then will you externally change your reality. And as always, as a final thing, I always recommend seeking help if you need it. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to friends, family, peers, or a professional. All right, everyone. I hope that helps you today. Take care. Peace.